Good morning, my friends. How is everyone doing? I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. Ours was busy as usual, but always full of fun. So I'm going to give it a minute or two to see if any of our crafty friends are able to make it. I did change my time to 9 o'clock this morning. Good morning, Donna. Welcome, my friend. Um, I changed it to 9 a.m. Pacific time because I went to do a chair yoga class this morning, and lo and behold, they changed the time. So, and they didn't update it on their website. So I'm going to finish a little bit early here so I can make it to the 10 o'clock chair yoga class. Hi, Jenna. Welcome, my friend. So, you may or may not know, I've been doing my like water exercise classes 5 days a week, but I need to change that up. I'm changing it because I've had a couple of UTIs in within 2 month span, and I don't want it to happen again. So, um, like I told the doctor, the only thing that I had been doing differently since forever, because I've never really had one, is doing the aquafit class every day. So he said, well, it's not for sure, but maybe it's just, the pool doesn't, the chlorine in the pool doesn't really kill all the bacteria. So you never really know. So I thought, okay, I'm going to just kind of alternate. So instead of aquafit today, I was going to do the chair yoga class, but it was listed as starting at 8 o'clock when I checked the website. So I went. Luckily, it's only about a 5 minute drive from my house. And they had said, no, it should be 10 o'clock. And I said, well, your website says 8 o'clock. Can you fix it so that it's corrected? So they were going to fix that. In any case, I thought, well, I had my live stream scheduled for 10, but I really need to keep my exercise going, keep in shape. As I get older, I need to make sure I can stretch and have flexibility and movement. So I changed it to 9 o'clock this morning. Hopefully that's where I'll keep it moving forward, um, because they said they're going to keep that class at 10 o'clock from now on. So let's hope they keep that. If not, I'll probably just do a different class, whatever they have at 10 o'clock. In any case, um, actually, I'll need to change my live to 8:30 so that I can get out of here in time, even though it's only a 5 minute drive. Uh, Maybe 8:45. Or I just finish a few minutes early. We'll see. So, in any case, today I got my Caboodle for my October Spellbinders clubs. I got it on Saturday. I opened up the box. I didn't really open any of the goodies inside the box because I wanted to kind of open them with you. Welcome, my friend. How are you doing? Haven't seen you in a bit. How have you been? Um, So I wanted to open them with you. In any case, like I said, I'm going to finish a little early today so that I can get to that class. So I figure what we'll play with is probably the stencil of the month. Let me get the sticker off so I can open this. Just because that'll be pretty quick and easy. But for the wax of the month, this month, they sent this new bouillon wax seal powder. So this is new. I don't think it's going to be available on their website till November, and they're going to have it in this silver and they're going to have it in a gold. And it comes in this little like pod, little case. Kind of looks like an eyeshadow. It is not an eyeshadow. And the little applicator brush looks like an eyeshadow brush, but it is not an eyeshadow brush. But this is to put on your wax seals. So I'm excited to play with this. That'll be fun. Maybe we'll do wax seal today too if we have time. So let me get this kind of put out of the way. I was doing some crafting early this morning because I get up about 5:30, 5 or 5:30 to make my husband lunch. And so I had to hurry up. I didn't realize it was almost 9. I had to hurry up and clean up my workspace so that I can get this stuff on here. Aw, well, I appreciate you spending your time with me, my friend. So anyway, here is the wax seal. This one is a square wax seal and it's merry and bright. See, I like taking them out. I like seeing the actual seal. Ugh, there's a there's a stick here. I'm just gonna cut it. And let's see. Now, I love the handles too. They're so pretty. So merry and bright. I'll be able to use that, and then I'll use the that little bouillon powder. Then we got, here's the stencil of the month, and this is like a A2 size stencil. Well, the stencil itself is 4 3/4 by 6, but it makes a full A2 panel, and you make this beautiful snowman. So this is what we're gonna play with today. So I'm gonna keep that close at hand. Then we got, here's the stamp, clear stamp and die of the month. So it has this, it's all sentiments. This one is in the shape of a Christmas tree, and it says a very Merry Christmas to you. This could also make a quick card. And then it has the coordinating dies for everything. Love that. That is so pretty. Okay, stop gooing and gawing over this stuff, Yvette, and move along. Then we have, I'm excited to play with this one. This is the stitching die of the month. And this one makes this cute little reindeer over this large peppermint. What's the name of it? Peppermint Prancer. And so you get the peppermint, the dice to make your little reindeer, and a J and a Y. So J, and then your peppermint's the O, and Y makes joy. So that'll be fun. And then to kind of go with this is what came as your bonus when you get the caboodle. It's this one that is, doesn't it, magic for you. So you have the U. So if I use the Y, the peppermint, and the U, then I spell out the word U, Y-O-U. So I could put for you. And then this banner little die says believe in magic. That one's cute too. Then we have the small die of the month. And this is Snow Day Friends. I love this because it has not only a Christmas tree, but a snowman. And snowmen are always easy to die cut and put together because you're not really adding any too much coloring anyways, maybe a little bit of ink blending. And then you get these two little kids here building their snowman or decorating the tree. So that is super cute. Loving it. Then here's our better press of the month. This one presses all these cute snowmen. Let me take it, see if I can get it closer. Isn't that cute? Then you also have the 3 sentiments made with 11 snowflakes, let it snow, sending frosty wishes. And then, of course, you can always glimmer with this as well. I love this. I've seen such cute and inspiring videos of influencers or design team members from Spellbinders making projects with all these goodies. This is the glimmer of the month. It's Magic Wonderland. Oh, and I love it. It has all these like stars and little dots that could, I like kind of snowflakes dropping probably, and hearts. So pretty. See how pretty? That'll make a nice pretty card. And so it has that large plate, then it has 4 sentiments, and they are, let me see if I could see them. It's hard to read backwards. This one says merry and bright. This one says sending Christmas magic. Let it, what does it say? Noel, something, no, joyous, joyous Noel. And then let it snow and sparkle. So that's cute too. Oh, and then with that, we've got this roll of glimmer foil, and this is in polished brass. So pretty. Then our large die of the month is the Window Wonderland die set, and so cute. Now this is kind of like one of those bay windows, and reminds me of the house I actually, for the first 10 years of my life, grew up in. We had a bay window with a bench seat on the inside. We used to love playing there. We would, as kids, get on the bench seat and then pretend we were flying and jump off onto the carpet that was the ocean or lava or whatever you may have. But that reminded me of that. However, when I first saw the die, I actually thought it was a gazebo, and I thought that was so cute. And then when I thought of gazebo, I thought of The Sound of Music. Um, where Liesel starts singing that beautiful song. So I might do something kind of like that. Not too sure. But then you have like the die for the little snowbank. This makes snow for on top of the gazebo or window, whatever you make it. Some curtains, little lights. I like these hanging lights. And another little child and a sled, so they can be pulling the sled. Some gifts, lots of goodies. So this is another good one. Then we have, and let me get some colored cardstock because it's hard to see these. Oh, that's dirty. Probably one of my grandkids playing with it. This is the embossing folder of the month. Let me get it out. And this is Holiday Flurry. Look how pretty that is. It has all the snowflakes and little polka dots and foliage. So pretty. And one of the things I love about Spellbinders embossing folders, ah, you're right. Anytime I see a Y, I think of something I could make to like monogram for myself, and that'll work perfectly. So anyway, I like the size of these because I can like cut my 8.5 by 11 paper in half and then emboss that whole piece. So I could do a 5 by 7 card. I could do a slim line, or if I emboss this whole thing, cut it in half and do a couple of A2 cards, right? So that is gorgeous. Then this next one, this is the 3D embossing folder of the month, and this one is called Brick by Brick. And this one is, I mean, I love it because we'll be able to use it year round. It's not just holiday because it's this brick background, guys. Look. Oh, let me pull it up closer. Isn't that neat? That would be awesome to use with so many different cards throughout the year. Loving it. And love that it's a 3D too. Okay, so that's everything I got in the Caboodle. So let me start by probably getting some cardstock, right? I should have done that. I did not prepare ahead of time, other than grabbing my Caboodle stuff and having it next to me. Inks. What inks should I use? Let me think. Probably, maybe I'll get my distressed inks or my distressed oxides. Let me grab those because I actually spent some time labeling yesterday, labeling all my distressed oxides because I had not done that. And part of the reason I did that was because I won a prize from T, Not Afraid of Color, for the Ranger store, so a $25 gift card. So what I did was go through all my inks and see, let me grab this, and see what I had so that I could see if I was missing any. And I was missing one of my oxides and 4 of my little regular distress mini ink cubes. I have like ink cubes. I need an orange. Let me grab an orange. So I thought, oh, I should label them all because they're not labeled. And I labeled both. I hadn't labeled either my, nope. I hadn't labeled either my oxides or my mini cubes. So there we go. That should do the trick, right? So let me get my blending brushes. Oh, I almost tripped over the cord on my light. That would be fun. Me falling all over the place. Okay, so I'm going to shift those over to the side so I can make some room. Let me cut this at 5.5 by 4.25. And we'll see how I do on blending today. So let's pull these out. And then these, they have those like registration marks on the corners. So you know where to place them. And you align them. And then they have the number. So this is number 1. So that would be our first one. And see, it fills up your entire A2 card base. So let me, I'm wondering if I should just get my Misty so I don't have to worry too much about lining things up. Let me do that because then I can just line it up in the corner, right? And I have my sticky mat here. And take that off. Work smarter, not harder, right? Okay, so I will, let's see, line up my card panel there. And what am I looking at? 1. Okay. Let me do this better. I'm so perfectionist on most things, and I need to stop being like that. I keep telling myself I need to stop being like that, and I'm not stopping. Okay, so I'm just going to line it up here in the corner, so that way I'm just kind of, and this is crooked, having to worry about where it is in the corner and not lining up my registration marks. Okay, that should work. All right, let's get started, shall we? Hi, Desta. Welcome, my friend. No worries. You're not really too late. Yeah, I'm just getting started, so you didn't miss much of anything. Okay, let me. These are the ones I use for my oxides. So, where's my red? Off on any excess ink because I might have used a dark blue last, and I don't want that to be what comes up on there. Okay, so I will get some of my tumbled glass here and just do some ink blending. This is going to be perfect. Like if I want to mass produce, this would be super easy to do. Super easy. Even easier if I managed to find a way to, let's say I could tape, I don't know, 5, since I have 5 layers, 5 across my glass mat, and then just kind of go assembly line and blend them. That would work, right? Okay. So there is my tumbled glass. Pick that right up and I'll clean that after. And then let's see, number 2 looks like is the band of the hat and the cheeks. So I'm going to make the band of my hat this wilted violet. I want to throw some purple in there. So that's what I'm going to do. Wilted violet. See how easy this is? And then you could always embellish it or, add other colors. It's just, I think it's a super easy way to make cards. Okay, then cheeks, 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 cheeks. I'm going to use some spun sugar here for the cheeks. sugar. There we go. Oh, this is gonna be so pretty. Okay, so that was number 2. Then I'll get number 3, which is, oh, like the eyes and the little coal pit bits for the mouth and then the hat. So for that, I am going to use black soot. Let me find, do I have one for black? I have gray and that'll work. Okay, so just kind of go in and, oh no, I moved it. Okay, so be gentle on this part. Make sure you don't lift it because of that piece that's there. And I should have made sure it was attached to my sticky mat, but I did not. See what happens when I try and rush things? Okay. And then guys, tonight I'm live again, but I'm over on Alicia's channel, Call Me Crafty Al, because we're doing Oso Inspired Live, so that'll be fun. Might go a little lighter for the eyes. I don't know. We'll see. So that'll be fun. That's always exciting, but always makes me a little nervous because don't know what we're gonna make. So I have to kind of be thinking on the fly, which is fun, but can also be a little nerve-wracking. All right. What do we think of that? That's okay, right? Let's pull this up. Oh, I got some on my purple. Let me go over that again with my wilted violet. See if I can fix that. Wilted violet. Yeah, it's not terrible. Okay. Fix that boo-boo. We can always fix boo-boos on our cards. Always. Then here's layer number 4 is his nose, his carrot nose. Let me try and make sure I make these stick to the sticky mat. And get my orange. And this is spiced marmalade. Marmalade. Okay, so that's his nose. And then our last layer is going to be like the details, his eyebrows, the details on I think I need a darker orange. Let me grab one. The details on the nose. That's not going to work. I'm going to try. Let's see. Should I try right persimmon? I'll try right persimmon. Okay. So that's going to be the nose. This is right persimmon. And I have to remember to use my oxide inks. I forget. I have them up hanging on the wall. So I have the full size of the oxides, and then I have the distress cubes. So the full size I have saved or stored on the wall. And I just bought like an old cassette holder case to hold that. Purple. We'll see. Let me get the black here for the eyebrows. Kind of go a little lighter, not too dark. But I have that for my regular size ink pads. So for my Gina K's, because I have all Gina K inks and my distress oxides. What am I going to do with that purple? I wonder if I have any pastes left because a lot of them dried up because I didn't use them. But I don't know. Let's try. I have this one. Let me see if it's not dry. I've never opened it. It's a glitter mousse by Cat Scrappiness. So maybe it's okay still. Oh no, it kind of dried up. It's been there probably for more than a year. Well, I'm going to try. See what happens. Hope it works. Okay. I'll have to clean that up. In fact, let me put this back on there to close it for now, and then I'll get my press and seal later and hopefully be able to still use it. I might just have to use it up so it doesn't dry out and then just go to waste. Like I like pastes, but they dry up if you don't use the whole thing right away. That's the one thing I don't like about them. Okay. Oh, I got that there. Let's look. Oh, I love that. Now let me clean up my stencil here because there is that paste on there. I don't want it to dry up on here. So I'm just going to grab some baby wipes for now. Clean that mess up so that I'm not screaming later at myself for not having cleaned it up. Okay, I think I got that pretty well cleaned up on the front side. And I'll go in through the back, clean that up, and then I can dry it up. That one's at least clean because I did use a paste. Oh, but I love the way that turned out. Look how pretty that is. Hey, quick and easy card. Quick and easy card. Okay, let me move my inks out of the way and pull this up. And I think from now on when I stencil, I'm going to have to just pull out my Misty. Or I'm thinking of getting the stamping wheel from Altenew. I don't know. We'll see. Look how, oh, I misaligned it just slightly. Can you see at the top? There's that white edge, but not to worry. If I could find my paper trimmer. Oh, I have paste on there though. Okay, if I hold up, oh, let me move this. Let me take this off. I had another trimmer just like this one that I would keep the guard off for such occasions as this. But my daughter needed to borrow it, so I let her borrow it. Put it here. There we go. And then I can trim a little bit off each edge. And hopefully not get the snowman dirty because my fingers are dirty. Urgh. Okay, and then a little bit off this edge. Okay. Oh, that's so cute. So cute. Wish I had time. What time is it? I've got about 15 minutes. Maybe try. Let me get my wax seal stuff out. Maybe not. Let me think. If I'm going to go over it with that blue or with that powder, I know what I'm going to do. Okay, let me plug in because I have both the candle version and oh no. Hold on, guys. I have an alarm that I had set for okay, am I back yet? Hold, please. Hopefully I'm back. There we go. Nope. forgot to turn that alarm off, guys. Sorry about that. And it's blurry. Why is it blurry? Did I touch my camera? Give me a second, guys. I'm going to go off screen for just 1 second, try and fix this. Still blurry. Why is it blurry? Okay. Is that any better, you guys? Or does, to me, it looks blurry. Does it look blurry to you? Let me know. Does it look blurry to you, or is it just me? Come on. Okay, that's warming up. NB cards. Oh, okay. I'm going to have to take a look at that. Thanks for letting me know, Desta. Thank you. I do the same thing. I tend to fall back on my pattern paper all the time. That's my issue. But I want to try and remember to do stenciling. Okay. Is this on? It's on. And I'm going to use some purple wax beads since his band is purple, because I'm going to put that right there. Do I have darker purple? Let me see. I do have a darker purple. All right. How much time do we have? Oh, I got to hurry myself up. Okay, so I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 in there. And let me get out my silicone mat. And I'll move our friend off to the side for a minute. And hopefully this will start to warm up quickly and melt quickly. So should I use for my wax seal this month's wax seal of the month, or the one I have from July? The one I have from July is this snowflake. Hi, Stephanie. Welcome. Work in Germany. Oh, my goodness. So far away. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Purples can be hard to match, Desta, because there's purples that are more bluish purple and purples that are more with red tinges. So they can be hard to match. Okay, so let me see, first of all, if I can find, what did I do with, oh my goodness. Oh, here it is. So we have either a snowflake seal, which is also square, the one from July, or the Merry and Bright. Merry and Bright. So let me know which one, snowflake or Merry and Bright. Sorry if I'm down too far. Did not adjust my camera well. Okay. Okay, this month's. Okay, we're going to go with Merry and Bright. I'm going to put you away for now. And this is still melting. That way I can use that seal powder on there too. That'll be fun, right? Mm, let me see if I'm missing anything. Oh, that's true. It is more generic, suitable for winter birthday cards. Um, but as a winter birthday baby, we'd really like just regular birthday cards. My birthday's 2 days before Christmas. So growing up, I got if and when I got a birthday present that was separate from my Christmas present, it was usually wrapped in Christmas wrap. And cards were usually Christmas themed and or winter themed and said happy birthday. So as a winter baby, so close to Christmas, I would really like regular birthday cards. All right, let's see. Now let's try. Hopefully it's melted enough because I have no patience. I'm so impatient. I might need more. Let's see how that goes. And merry and bright. Definitely needed more wax or to center it better. Where's more beads? How much time do I have? I've got about 5 more minutes before I've got to sign off because I got to get to that class. I've got to exercise. I get enough there? I guess that's enough. Hmm. Let me see. You know what? I'm gonna remelt this. And hopefully I'll have enough wax. Now I'll definitely have enough wax because I'm melting more. I added more. Okay. You were born in May, yeah. It's Christmas time is and then now this I did to myself. My anniversary is 3 days before my birthday. So we have my anniversary, then my birthday, then Christmas. Then the day after Christmas, I have my brother's birthday. And my grandson is at the beginning of December, and my nephew, my cousin are New Year's Eve. It's just December's a busy time for us. So I know for my brother, when I get him a birthday present separate from his Christmas present every year, and I make sure to wrap it in birthday wrapping paper and give him a birthday themed card just because. And we both know what it's like. We had one year um, that my aunt made, I think I told this story before. My aunt made a cake. It was a birthday, well, it was a cake for a party we were having at my mom's house. And they decided, oh, while we're all here, we'll tell these 3 December people happy birthday. So she made a cake. It was a Santa Claus face cake. And then on the sentiment, it said, happy birthday, Yvette, and then my brother and my cousin. And we were like, oh, okay. So afterthought. And as a kid, I mean, it doesn't bug me anymore. Too much. And my family's good. My kids and my husband are good about remembering my birthday. But as a kid, you're just like, hey, everybody else gets their own stuff. Hey, Froggy, welcome. No, I did not. I never had a birthday party as a kid. Um, my kids and my husband threw me a wonderful surprise birthday party when I turned 50. It was wonderful. But as a child, no. Well, let me take that back. Um, I had kind of a small version quinceañera. We had the ceremony at mass, and then we had the party at home. But even then, it was my quinceañera, and we also celebrated my brother's birthday. So it wasn't really my own. But, I guess it is what it is. All right, come on, melt, melt, melt. Let me get a card panel while I wait for that to melt. Do, do, do. And I can actually get this on our card panel in the meantime, right? It's just the size of A2 before I trimmed off that stuff. So I think I'm gonna I think I might trim a little more so there's just a border. So let me do that while I wait for that wax to melt a little more. Take a little more off without taking any of my finger off or messing up any of that um, uh, paste. Oh, goodness. Okay, that should be enough from the top and bottom. And then here from the left and right should be enough. Okay, let me throw these off to my carpet in the meantime, since I'm trying to rush. Okay, and there's just a little white border around there. Okay, so let me get my ATG and I'll just put it directly on my card base since I can't really flip over my panel quite yet. And then we will do our wax seal and I'll add it here to the rim of the snowman's hat. All right. Almost done, guys. Almost done. I've got 3 minutes. Okay, that's definitely enough wax now. And my wax seal can go there. Oh yeah, more than enough wax. Oh, I think this is so cute. Can you imagine making a set of these with different hat colors? You could even add some googly eyes, probably. I don't have any that are that big. That's the only issue. Add some paste here to the nose, add some sparkle to the eyes. Lots of fun. Could also, let me see if I can find, see if a jelly roll pen will work for any kind of highlights here. Right? You could add highlights to your nose, to your little cheeks, maybe to your teeth here, your smile. All right. See, you can always add. You don't have to just stop at the stencil, or you can just do the stencil, which is perfectly fine. Okay, there it is. Now I'm going to trim around this so it's more square around, maybe a rounded square, curved. Yeah, more of a curve. And then that wax will not go to waste because I could put it back in with my little wax beads to use later. Oh no, did I trim too much? I mean, it doesn't really matter, right? And I can put that there. So I'm going to let melt for a minute. I might use later. Okay, now let's get this out. This is our silver bullion. So I'm just going to get some on my little applicator brush here. And then, let's see, just kind of with a light hand, go on to the sentiment portion. And there's no sealing you need to do. So it's on and you're good to go. You can go ahead and use your wax seal. That's so cute. Oh, I have to get the gold one. Oh, I'm so upset that my camera looks half blurry. Oh, let me do one thing again. Give me a second. Let's see. What was it? KCC Live? That my camera was not showing anything? Waiting for a connection. There is a connection. Silly goose, there is a connection. Okay, one more try. Oh, I hope I didn't mess up. You're not going to see the finished. Ah, there we are. There we are. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay, better. Not quite so blurry. To add Merry Christmas on birthday cards for people that add Happy Birthday to Christmas cards they send me. Oh, that's a great idea. Oh, okay, let's see. You send wintry cards, but make them clearly discernible as birthday cards. Okay, that works. That works. Yes. I'm good about, like, even my November grandkids, since they're so close to the holidays. I have one that every so often his birthday will fall on Thanksgiving. So I'm good about making sure their birthday presents and their birthdays are celebrated separate from whatever holiday we're near. Okay. Let me get one of these. It's like they're like what are they called? Adhesive circles for wax seals from Spellbinders, and I'm just going to add that to the back. And then, oh, I am running so late. I mean, they shouldn't have changed up my time. Okay. Oops, no, it came off. Okay. Then we can add that right there. Watch. Merry and bright. And we are done, friends. We are done. Okay, I'll be back next week. I'll probably start at, I'm thinking closer to 8:45 so that I can stay on at least an hour and not be rushing through so I can make the class next week. But yeah, I had fun with this one. I'm excited to start playing with the rest of the club kits, like the that glimmer plate, the better press, all of that stuff. Excited to play with all of that. I think I might use what's left here and make one more. But I'll let that sit up and dry. In any case, thank you, friends, for being here. I appreciate you so, so much. I will see you next week. We'll probably play with more Spellbinders clubs. I'm having fun playing with those. I'll try and get my lives set up for the rest of the year sometime this week so you can see when they are. What did I see? Oh, so anyway, here's our first card using October clubs. I love it. I love it. I love it. I like that I added that paste. So pretty. I think I'm going to make a bunch more of these and then just change up the color of the hat. I mean, even change this part. Maybe instead of black, maybe use a blue there and maybe use a pink as the band. I don't know. We'll see. All right, I gotta race off, guys. I gotta go do that chair yoga. You're fine, my friend. Don't worry. Never apologize. If you're here, I am blessed and I am grateful for whatever amount of your valuable time that you're spending with me. All right, friends. We will see you next week, Monday, 8:45-ish. Okay, Pacific time. See you then. Have a great week, everyone.